It starts out with a question. How much of it is real? The skepticism sets in and lessens your appeal. Next, you study conspiracies, develop some theories, and become extra wary of all your previous learned material. Your tolerance for stupidity degrades. Most of your friends seem to be trapped in the maze. You narrow your associates down to the few you can stand, and even they sometimes wonder what's going on in that head of yours. Study East and Western philosophy, psychology, physics. Think a lot more and start to question existence. You wonder about your nervous system's limits. You tamper with reality maps and then ask hallucinogenic induced. Who am I? What am I? Am I forever? All information breathes in the shallow dark halls of never. You can see where it's leading. You wish you were dreaming. If the castle crumbles, no one's there to put it back together. Have you ever felt yourself slipping away? Or all you think about your sanity and how it decayed? There's no place to run, no place to hide. You can't escape from inside and you're losing your mind. And try to think of when it started and ask yourself why. But each thought deepens the sickness and completes the desert dry. Fear feeds the derangement of the inner eye. With nothing left, you find yourself all into madness. So you cry to your God and act normal to your peers. But if God ain't hearing you, that's your only fear. Each day you think more about your psychosis. No one but you can help you, and you know this. That's the craziest part of it all. In your rational mind, you only know two things for sure. One is that you're totally nuts, and the other is that you're the only one with the cure. It doesn't make sense, it's not how you imagined. You never knew it could just happen. You thought it came from stress, suicide, a near-death experience, war, drug trips, low pay, carelessness. You heard plenty of stories about schizophrenia, but never had evidence of one who thought himself bad. You're going crazy and desperately reaching for reason, but the strain to stay sane's your only demon. Best believe. Have you ever felt yourself slipping away? Or all you think about your sanity and how it decayed? There's no place to run, no place to hide. You can't escape from inside and you're losing your mind. You try to think of when it started and ask yourself why, but each thought deepens the sickness and completes the desert dry. Fear feeds the derangement of the inner eye. With nothing left, you find yourself fall into madness. So you finally realize that you've always lived in hell. No human model or metaphor can explain how you fell. The puzzle's alive and it changes as you try to escape it. It created time and made it appear to pass by. You don't know what you think, you don't think what you know. You're a total lunatic and afraid it's starting to show. Oh, where do you go when your brain is your worst enemy? 666-foot tall bridge on 7th Street. You're scared, why are you so scared? There'd be no problem if you didn't care. Now you've truly formed an opinion about heaven. It starts out with the question, and this is what it ends in. Now I know you felt yourself slip away. Now all you think about your sanity and how it decayed. There's no place to run, no place to hide. You can't escape the fact that you've lost your mind. You can't erase your mistakes, there's no way to rewind. The harder you look, the harder it is to find. Fear feeds the derangement of the inner eye. With nothing left, you find yourself fall into madness. So you dive, 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 voice of the night. What you call more and more like yours. What's your definition of dope? Cause I think our opinions differ. Till your own skills develop, be wise and shut the hell up. I told you man, I fold your plans. You know you can't be colder than me. With the microphone in hand, I'll show your fans I own this land. My clothes in hand, your roll expanded, roll the sands and holds hip hop on the cross. Licking shots to the lost vision. Listen, it's embedded in my genetic code to push the evolution, clean up the pollution, and let the rhetoric grow. So your records get sold, and with each flow, you can add to add more gold to eat whole out of your crack beats. Whole as we go without rules of freedom of independence. We breathe so we'll eat to a full. Keep control and bleed at slow-mo speed. You know I weave and sow my way through this imaginary land of fairies and trolls, trying to bury the scroll. I carry a load that weighs way more than my area code vocabulary of bones, so that you cherish the very story of marriage you told. Your character's bold, build a barrier better spare your words before your parents don't be careless. Apparently to share a paragraph cares your nerves, heard you lose some nuts. Now you think the crew don't suck, stupid fucks. In a battle you'll still lose to us. But for all the people in the world that think they can get with this idea and abilities, you know we do the sickest. MCs under my feet with their names on my shit list. This one's for you. This one's for you, this one's for all my people moving hip-hop that actually gifted idea and abilities. We only came to real shit. DJs with no comes outside they self-inflicted wristlets. This one's for you, this one's for you, this one's for you. What's your definition of dope? Cause I think our opinions differ. I guess I don't know what's dope from the viewpoint of a listener. So how's it sound? My new joints, new points, rouse 1,000 new noise for 1,000 miles in any direction you point. If I was your pal, I'd respect my criticism that was honest. But I'm not cause you're probably an MC in the closet, consciously copying everything from the sentences to the penmanship address I invented, which you can't even pretend to intend to accomplish. Promising into the infinite, the childish game. Refrain from grabbing the mic and spare yourself some shame. No, I don't sound the same, and yes, I'm a little deranged, but it ain't no thing. Lyrically, nobody can hang. No, there's always room for admiring a pro, but get off the jock. Can't you see the tire swing is full? Oh, now you wanna call me out for offending your ears? Just chill. There's a billion other better ways to end your career. For real, I can't even hear you skillless motor mouths with total cloud adding up to less than zero. I'm your hero, don't go that route. I'll show you out now. Peace to all the real MCs, but first I'ma show you why my DJ's name is Abilities. That was for all the people in the world that think they can get with this idea and abilities. You know we be the sickest. MCs under my feet with their names on my shit list. This one's for you. This one's for you. This one's for all my people loving hip-hop that I truly gifted idea and abilities. We only came to rip shit. DJs with no roots outside they self-inflicted wristlets. This one's for you. This one's for you. This one's for you. This one's for all the people in the world that think they can get with this idea and abilities. You know we be the sickest. MCs under my feet with their names on my shit list. This one's for you. This one's for you. This one's for all my people loving hip-hop that I truly gifted idea and abilities. We know they keep your real shit. DJs with no roots outside they self-inflicted wristlets. This one's for you. This one's for you. This one's for you.
That's him in the corner of social oblivion, encompassed by the sweet sense of freedom that only borders the aura of deep cerebral gouges buried in each beat of the heart he was once proud to hold. If only its substance held a higher level of potency, it might be able to drown a portion of his mind which is trapped in the infinite horrors of his 1972 through 74 tour through the flames of
Sometimes gunfire's brighter than the sunshine. Sometimes a doubt scream influences every dream. Sometimes we fool ourselves into thinking we moved on, but no way, no how do we ever forget what we've seen. No way, no how do we ever forget what we've seen. No way, no how do we ever forget what we've seen. No way, no how do we ever forget what we've seen. No way, no how do we ever forget what we've seen. Now 25 years later, he's on the brink of 43, still searching for sanity, surveying the floor of his distorted sea. He remembers high school friends joking about the war. Never knew what mom was crying for. The other piece that shines in his mind was the divine first love, soulmate, beauty, brown-eyed queen he left behind. He remembers holding her tight, watching the sunset at shore. Never knew what she was crying for. He got the letter in the mail by the middle of his summer. Wouldn't have had to go if it wasn't for his newborn brother. He was barely 18, murdering people even younger, and he still ducks and covers every time he hears the thunder. He still hears the scream, smells the flesh, tastes the death, sees the blood, feels the pain. What's to gain? Nothing's left but the slug that remains in his right calf. The bullet laughs every time he cries, and it drives him mad trying to sleep. When the visions give him a cold sweat, the war's been over for 2 decades, but he still hasn't been home yet. And every day he wakes and strains to suppress his guilt and forget the horror, the violence, the kill or be killed. Fists are always clenched, teeth are always grinding. Real life is lost and in a bottle he tries to find it. It's not fair, he mumbles through a nightmare. Only in the fight for 2 years and wound up spending his whole life there. He was face to face with the devil for the welfare of his country. Now he's training to live, but his conscience won't let him. It ain't flashbacks, you have to understand the tragedy. See, he left the war, but the war never left him. See, he left the war, but the war never left him. See, he left the war, but the war never left him. See, he left the war, but the war never left him. See, he left the war. It's now 25 years later. He's on the edge of a park bench. He's asked God for help and found his source non-existent. He sits in the shadows cause his sun burns no more. Now he knows what mom was crying for. I used to watch old man at the park. The sight slowly drove right through my heart, wishing I could help but not knowing where to start. I'd walk away, curse the world, gush some love and curse some more. Now you know who I've been crying for. He threw his medals in the river but they sunk alone. Put shades on his eyes to hide him from the war zone in the sky. He tried to slit his wrist about a month ago, but he's seen so much death, he's scared to life of suicide. If there was only some way he could escape this penitentiary. Gulps get bigger and figures it'll chase away his memory, but the dreams only worsen, the seams almost bursting. He recalls how training took away his right to be a person. Put a gun in his hand, left him to die with the land. The plan was the murder of man. Politicians have a dispute, decide to send in troops, but the truth is they just don't understand. Now he's running out of time and running out of energy, but till the last day he'll be fighting for the murder of his memories. And although he never got rid of his dog tags, he still wishes they'd have sent his parents an American flag instead of him. Face to face with the devil for the welfare of his country. Now he's training to live, but his conscience won't let him. It ain't flashbacks, you have to understand the tragedy. See, he left the war, but the war never left him. See, he left the war, but the war never left him. See, he left the war, but the war never left him. See, he left the war, but the war never left him. See, he left the war. Sometimes gunfire's brighter than the sunshine. Sometimes a child's scream influences every dream. Sometimes we fool ourselves into thinking we moved on, but no way, no how do we ever forget what we've seen. No way, no how do we ever forget what we've seen. No way, no how.
Life, I wonder, will it take me under? I don't know.
I stand alone, burned every bridge over the troubled water. No longer hiding from my personality disorder. A stronger tide is coming, I've been running, trying to function fine without my mind climbing out this fucking corner. I was born and thrown away from the rotten petals of forgotten rebel craft in the absence of heaven's heavy hand to develop an evident level of benevolence. So it's probably better I sold my soul to the devil. This is a message to anyone I met that thinks they know me. Don't pretend to understand none of the issues that I'm holding. I was in a rush to grow up. Look mom, no cuts, just a stomach of disgust and the fear that I might go nuts this year. If I don't slow up, I'll see you on my way. One day this shit'll kill me, but I guess that it's okay. I've lost all faith in a world so full of hate, and I don't fucking love music, I just use it to escape. No wait, I'm caught between wanting to punch someone in the face and putting a bullet in my head to leave the human race. Everything takes its toll, but there's no tolls I can take. I haven't yet found a good reason to be awake in the corroded bones I have behind my smile. I'm angry at the universe for the way she treats me now. It keeps me down, stealing all my energy, feeling like my enemy, concealing my identity, not dealing with my tendencies. I feel the skin and then I squeeze a real imprinted head disease. Not ill in this century, I'm kneeling to the entity who built this penitentiary. As filthy as a centipede and guiltless innocence, cause he was willing to just let me bleed while the war again fades. In 10 years, no check for me, I'll be in the same place. This planet's just an overpopulated mental hospital. Each time we walk around constitutes another obstacle. So here it is, I'm finally coming out my shell. All nights and years of my life I've been in conflict with myself. I'm insecure about every facet of my existence, from my addictions to the condition I choose to live in. Who you kidding? I suffer from excess anxiety, a product of pollution in American society. Stare into my eyes and see the hell that burns inside my mind, and I no longer have an ego I can hide behind. But I've been fine disregarding my insanity. Every form of art isolates me from humanity, but it's revolt against being force-fed so-called education for a decade and 3 years of headaches from my peers. Now I realize I could have learned more on my own. They taught me how to know everything except my soul, which is everything I need to grow, everything that keeps me whole, everything that ever meant anything to ideas. So I leave a goal and hope to rip the leash that holds my focus, but the fact remains the same. I'm still bound by chains. It doesn't matter if your chain is 10 feet or 100 feet, the fact remains the same. You still bound by chains. Some people say I've changed and it's harder to relate to me. Good, I never liked you, our friendship was make-believe. Killing the mask back and revealing the rap that's been filling my organs, drilling short for distorted portions of morbid masochistic, tortured and unfortunately crafted an interest to orbit my portrait and inflict my image with disorder. The minutes get shorter, the walls start to close in. Feels like the brain is hanging on by one close pin. I've hidden in the darkness for too long. I make it look alright when on the inside it's all wrong. I want life to change, but I don't know if it can. For a man, a machine, or whatever the fuck I am, I stand alone. Burned every bridge over the troubled water. No longer hiding from my personality disorder. You wanna die my life? We'll come and stay in madness' favorite little corner. Cause even shadows have shadows. And my secrets are eating me eagerly, fainting to scream my dreams away, but they keep eating shadows have shadows. To the dusty subconscious of an actor who murdered his childhood to stop the audience. Even shadows have shadows. How am I to break free from my fears when I don't like what I see and I can't feel what I hear? Shadows have shadows. So don't judge my book by its cover, cause my story's just as fucked up as any other.
Life, I wonder, will it take me under? I don't know.
I'm a B-boy, that's the best way to define me. Born in 81, been rhyming since the early 90s. And I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. That's why fools try to be down with my crew. But you reciting people chatter, either that or beating off. Piece to no name, weaving patterns that'll leave them lost. Like keep a choke chain on the people's lost. Teach the whole game how to read between the chalk. Okay, we so crazy, don't play me, just pay me, you babies. I break teeth on fake freaks and maybe, just maybe, you might live. That's solely dependent upon your mic skills. You rap slowly, homie, no regard for what's ill. Still, I hope you're not the nicest of your teammates. I'm your worst nightmare. You like a whack MC's Green Day, a walking target plus an awful artist. What you talk is often fucking garbage. The public regrets the fact they have to hear your music, but you call spitting looks more like involuntary drill. And say I'm stupid for entertaining rumors, but I heard you give your favorite producer head and trade for his creative juices. We making music just trying to put the fun back in. Turntablism, lyricism ain't no gun packing. It's hard to swallow even my simple sentence, so bite is not recommended by 9 out of 10 dentists. I step on snakes and guess I'll make a mess on tape cassettes with my brother. Ain't no other quite like my mellow, my man. So abilities, let me hear you make some funky music with your hands. Yeah. Yeah. Set it on 'em.
Ooh, you love it.
Raw like solo drums and vocals, guaranteed to put your attention span in a chokehold. Peace. We just represent for all the hip hoppers worldwide. MCs, DJs, B-boys, rap writers, everybody in the house. Yeah, Blueprint in the house. Daylight in the house. E-Walk in the house. Yeah, Mr. Dibs in the house. Someone grew up in a cubicle as Plato once suggested they would only know the cubicle and not the world outside it. And they wouldn't view the cubicle as something geometric. We only know it's a cubicle because we live outside. Now the one inside the cubicle can't comprehend its measurements, cause measurements are models made of for and by observers relative to their position on the outside of the cubicle. To understand objectively so they can study further. If I grew up in a cubicle, the walls limit my universe. I have no knowledge of the entirety like the outsiders do. If you follow what I say and can swallow the powdered water, close your eyes and open your mind. This one's for you. The brain equals a cubicle, will never think outside it. I decided why to try to tie a diagram or modify it. I'm a man that's a hybrid of a body, a pirate of a soul that can fly without control. Realize the brain takes in 6 billion signals per second, most of which are hidden and not given to the senses. With a limited to a few futile primitive tools of perception, living in the universe of pull, the first-hand deception. The mind's job is to receive the signals and block out the ones that don't coincide with encrypted symbols. That way the information you obtain is recognized. Reality is thinkable, incomparable in space and time. It makes a map of the territory that gives us the topic of the Copenhagen interpretation of modern quantum physics states. We don't know the meal, we only know the menu that our brain tells us is real. We don't know the rules of our heads, so from inside these cubicles we can't see the truth. No one really knows exactly what happens when we think, therefore we can never really ever know anything. This is the consciousness revolution. You got the right to think about it, just do it. This is the consciousness revolution. You got the right to think about it, just do it. This is the consciousness revolution. You got the right to think about it. baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause before we touch the mic, you actually were believing that the bullshit you do is called MCing. You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause after we rock the mic, you cats won't stop believing that bullshit you do should even be called MCing. Keep it, I don't brag and boast for pure recreation. If I say I'll serve a rapper, I'm just giving you useful information. You already proved that you're fake, choking in a vocal booth, poking holes in your swollen throat, hopelessly renewing your takes. I whip that crew into shape. Embarrass you so bad, the arrogance you had will turn into a voice telling you to move out of state. Wait, let me guess, you the dopest out of everyone you know and got the balls to think you can fuck with a pro? I don't think so. You need to reevaluate what you're doing, blueprint and ID, or redefine this shit called rhyming, stupid, high and drenched felines. That's why I don't make battle music, cause I don't need to write songs about battling, bitch. I do it. So tell your camp if anyone got beef, they can get the place to meet, and I'll greet them with defeat. But if not, tell them to keep coming to the shows, waving their hands, yelling ho like the fans we all know. Yo, you gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause before we hit the stage, you were actually believing what you did prior to this was MCing. That ain't MCing. You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause after we rip the mic, you kids don't stop believing that the bullshit you and your boys do on the weekend is MCing. I got the feeling I've already heard your verse. So any turn you take will only be a turn for the worst. That's the truth and I know it hurts. You're so bad I'll have the last laugh even when I rhyme first. I hear the frontin', I hear loud talking, I see the posing, I hear the dogs barking. But listen dog, nuts, you ain't a hard target, cause every bar you rhyme is just a nail in your coffin. Every battle is a chance to see another cat lose to me. I don't write battle raps, I write eulogies for herbs that got nerve to think they can't be whack, cause they undefeated in the mirror battling fantasy cats. I rep grown man, get manhandled rap. You rep open-toed sandals and fanny packs. Beat blueprint or idea? Can't see that. We'll give you a free L plus your sanity back, bitch. You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause before we hit your circle, you weaklings were believing what you did before we got there was MCing. You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause after we rock the mic, you cats will stop believing that bullshit you do should even be called MCing. So, have you figured out what the fuck you doing wrong yet? Cats with no stage presence shouldn't rock along. Yo, set. If you coming to my show, you better have a strong neck. Heads nod way out of control when we're on deck. I couldn't keep myself awake for the 5 minutes your song stretched. They can't move a crowd cause they lack the arm strength. The kind of cats that I'd rather keep at arm's length, frontin' like they hard when we know that they harmless. MCs, they be the first to get scared while we kicking verses. They weak, squeezing a teddy bear. The orphanage turns your concept of a rap career from a pretty daydream into your worst nightmare. Yes, right there, the feeling of perfection, quite rare. Fully loaded mic bullies, blueprint, idea. I can smell victory in the night's air. Weightless, rhyme sayers. I'll be writing till I'm dead, maybe till I'm alive. All the emptiness I've let is only help me survive. Something melted inside when the tones in my pulse and stifle the idle eagerness to grow into my clothes. Knowing that I know it's any longer good at acting like they comprehend the motive uncoded to feed the corroded passion. Action needs to stay high level with the rest. That's the least I deserve from the love that I've shed. I've trudged through the sediment in search of the rhythm. Though so first debate, rootiness of this paid losing made music my religion. Now I listen, close my eyes and forget I even exist. I sing a bastard's tune inspired by the noise and shit made before it's sank and it's finally destroyed. I'm pumping grinning from man made for the skies and the boy. Tried to avoid showing the cry in his voice, but there's something special about the notes that he hears. The scales of redemption, unraveling repressed memories, and when he breathes a new energy and consumes him to heal his wounds and unseal his doom. If only I could make you understand, but words are just words, so I can't. The universe's deepest art form keeps my heart warm with influence. I tell ya, ain't nothing quite as beautiful as music. To be an angel, you gotta earn your wings. To control your own, you gotta burn your strings. To hit blackjack, you gotta turn a king. But to live forever, all you gotta do is learn to sing. I get a pleasure that's inevitably immeasurable, and I won't let it be rejected by no man. Why does it have to be so damn difficult to live in the frame of a game that'll slip you? But I'm dug in the mud in search of the drum. Dove so first to bathe new to this abyss. Stayed true to the music. Now my favorite thing to do is close my eyes and forget that I even exist. I hold this fist full of degenerate ideas for every genius that was murdered in the name of Jesus. Still deaf to the bells that claim to free us, but I pay homage to my melody cause she's the sweetest. The core of our spirit is naked. The form of its lyrics are sacred, blanketed by the original sound of the inner vibrations. I'm floating on the soft clouds of positive creation. I can look at a painting and admire the colors, or appreciate any type of art that I discover. But what I think's invisible, it's my teacher, and I'm its student. I tell you, ain't nothing quite as beautiful as music.